Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's about 96 degrees, which is cooler than 105. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 106. I'm down here in Garland at the Rowlett Creek Preserve where I've taken you before, trying to get a few steps in. Look at this water, how nasty it is. Not good. I sure wouldn't eat any fish out of this. Well, what have I done today? I got some laundry done this morning and went home and got it put away and tended to all the animals, just my regular routine. And let's see, I did accomplish some other things, though. Everyone knows how I hate to be on the phone, calling like the health insurance and things like that. I don't like to have to be on the phone with. But I did call, I did call Aetna. That's the thorn in the flesh insurance I've been dealing with. And I did talk to a nice person who told me that my primary doctor is, why is he on a bike? Boy, he was fast, huh? I don't know if you saw him because there's a glare here, but look at this road to walk and ride your bike. And everything is so green and tall over here. They did mow different paths, so that's good. Okay, back to Aetna. I talked with a nice person who told me that my primary doctor is in the network, but is listed as a specialist and not a primary doctor. And I explained the whole thing of how I was told back in the spring that my primary doctor was in network, has primary. Well, she told me, these people that call you from the insurance company with their spiel, let's go this way, they're called brokers. I didn't know that. When that guy Jamal called me, he didn't say broker, but she told me that's what they're called. And she said that a lot of brokers are doing that. They're not telling patients or insurance holders how the doctors are listed. This is that tree that I love. Having a real hard time with allergies. And let's lean against this tree. Yeah, she said it's becoming a problem. Well, she was going to look for another primary doctor that is in the network, but I told her no, that I told her I planned to get out of Aetna. So she gave me another number to call where I'll talk to another broker at this other number that will go through that whole thing again, let me know what kind of HMOs I qualify for, which are the best for me, and to make sure that my primary doctor, if I want to keep the one I've had, make sure that that doctor is in the network, has a primary doctor. But I couldn't make that phone call today, but I do have the number. Then, after a while, I thought I'm going to go online. My cell phone service is Cricket. I'm going to go on Cricket and see what phones they have that are compatible or better than the one that I have, and if they have any, specials running. Because in the store, when I went to the Cricket store last week to have them check my phone, their prices were, well, you already know how cell phone prices are, hundreds of dollars. The guy was nice enough to suggest that I look online at the Cricket store for more affordable prices. He said because they have a bigger inventory than the stores do. So I took the time today to do that, and then I called Cricket and talked to another nice person who looked up my account to see what kind of phone I have, and looked to see what was compatible or better and affordable. And she found me one that has a whole lot more memory, because she said, what do you use your phone for? Just for calling people or storing things? I said, believe it or not, I use it for everything because I have no other device. So she again looked up what phone I have, then found me this other phone. It says stylus, but I told her I didn't want a stylus because I didn't want to use a pen. I didn't know. That's how unknowledgeable I am. I didn't know that I didn't have to use the pen that comes with it. I can still, use my finger like I'm used to. So she gave me all the information, well, a lot of the information about the phone. I'm still going to look it up. And I can't believe the price. Under $100. And it's brand new. It comes from the Cricket Place store, but online. And then I told her, well, if when I make a decision and I have the money, how do I transfer everything from this phone to my new phone? And she told me that all I do is turn on the new phone, make sure it's charged, and an option will come up guiding me through that. And if I have any problems, I can always take both phones to the Cricket store, and they are supposed to help. So that was good, but I couldn't believe it. Under $100, when in the store it was almost $300. I would almost never be able to get that. So we'll see. This phone is very much on its way out. And I don't know if it dies before I get a new phone, if I'm still able to transfer things. I wouldn't think so. I don't know. But when I was talking with Aetna, my phone on its own would put that lady on hold, and I couldn't unhold her. And then it would press buttons. She told me, are you there? It sounds like you're pressing buttons. I told her, I hear that too, but my phone's doing it on its own. What else? I need to go to Tractor Supply and look for something for Lady Jane's foot. But I did soak her foot today in warm water and some more Epsom salt to soften up that problem. I need to get something that will draw that thing out. I'm not going to cut her foot. I looked on YouTube, and it's not that I'm squeamish about it. It's that I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't want to slice her foot. I had my cardiologist appointment yesterday. It was very nice. It's always nice to see that cardiologist. We have a good relationship. He's Puerto Rican. I think I told you this before. When I first met him a few years back, found out he was Puerto Rican, I told him how I stayed in Puerto Rico, and he asked me where, and I told him, and come to find out that is his hometown. So we had that in common, I guess, and hit it off, and sometimes we'll talk Spanish and sometimes English or Spanglish, and so we had a nice visit. I asked him if he'd been back home, and he had gone back home in March, but not to the town where he's from because his mother, who's elderly, has moved to San Juan, so he stayed there. But he had not been since after that last hurricane. So he was due for a vacation, he said. So we talked about that, and I had an EKG, and the problem I have with my aorta is still stable, so that's good. And he ordered blood work. I know he was checking my A1C, and I don't know what else he checked. And I go back on the 24th for a chemical stress test, and after the stress test, I'll have to have the halter put on, and I'm not sure for how long. He was going to tell me that day. But he did say when I have the chemical stress test, he's going to tell the technician to kind of slow it down due to the syringomyelia. It'll be too much for my spinal cord. I've had them done before. And what else? Oh, and then they called back this morning and told me the blood work for the A1C. They said your diabetes is out of control. And I said, could you tell me what my A1C is, the number? And she said, I can't tell you. That didn't make any sense. And I looked on my health portal because I got a notification that test results were in, but the health portal is down. It's being updated. So I called back and I asked for the cardiologist nurse if she could call me back today to tell me the A1C, because I don't know why someone would call and say your blood sugar is out of control, but then not tell me my A1C number. I don't understand that. And I haven't heard back, so, and I may not. I'll probably just find out on the 24th, I guess. But I'm not surprised that it's out of control. It's not from what I eat. It's all that I've been having to deal with. You know, it affects your body. And I guess this is it. Oh, it was so nice this morning when I went out to let the chickens. It was 72 degrees with a beautiful breeze. And then you could feel during the day it heating up, and it got up to 90 something. Which is warm, but you feel a difference between 90 something and 105, 106. You do feel a difference. I thought I saw a squirrel, but I didn't. I guess this is it, everyone. This is a really nice place to walk. And usually people go down to that creek and fish, but not in that green water. And people ride bikes here. And they have this sign here that they flip whenever we do get rain. And if it's a soaking rain, like for days, our rainy season, they'll flip this sign. Let's see if you can see it. The closed. They'll flip it to closed. They really don't want people down there. But right now it's open. As you can see, everything is so dry. I was glad to see that they mowed some paths, because down at the lake in the town I live in, they have not mowed, and I'm not about to go walking because of snakes and chiggers and spiders and whatever else likes tall grass. So I'm heading to my car, and I'm going to go to Tractor Supply where I live. Here comes the school bus. School bus. Okay, everyone, I'll talk to you later.